TikTok was at least 2.6 billion times downloaded and have 689 million monthly active users. Because TikTok is a separate app in China, called Douyin, the true number of active users is 1.29 billion worldwide. TikTok's origins are different to the tech startup stories we have heard before. This is not a company built by a couple of friends with a great idea, building their empire from a garage. It actually started life as 3 different apps. To understand why TikTok is where it is today, we have to look a little deeper into its origins, values and its connections with the Chinese government. First, we take a closer look at Musical.ly, because TikTok's main driving force are teens who use Musical.ly's giant storage of popular music and of course its powerful algorithm. Alex Zhu, one of the founders of Musical.ly, grew up in Anhui Province and studied civil engineering at Zhejiang University. He came to the San Francisco Bay Area to work at the software company SAP. Throughout 2013, Zhu and Liu Yang, co-founders and longtime friends, spent 6 months building the educational app called Cicada and raised $250,000. But this app was doomed to be a failure. With only 8% of their money remaining, Zhu was determined to brainstorm a new idea instead of returning the funding to investors. Around this time, Zhu embarked on a memorable train ride in California. He noticed a group of teens nearby passing around their phones, half of them listening to music while the other half were taking pictures. Zhu thought about how he could combine these different features into a single social app for teens, and the idea for Musical.ly was born. The team behind Cicada turned Zhu's idea into an app in only 30 days, and in July 2014, launched Musical.ly for creating 15-second lip-syncing music videos. Musical.ly came to the US, and hit its stride when it reached the #1 spot in the US iTunes Store. In November 2017, a massive Chinese company called ByteDance acquired Musical.ly for $1 billion. Less than a year later, ByteDance shut down Musical.ly and merged it into its existing short-form video app called TikTok. But this is just half of the story. ByteDance was founded in March 2012 by Zhong Yiming. He, together with Liang Rubo and their employees, started developing an app that would use big data algorithms to classify news according to users' preferences, which would later become Tushiro, meaning headlines, a platform for news tailored to the user's interests. In the same month, ByteDance launched its first app called Nian Duanzi, where users could share jokes, memes, and humorous videos with each other. At its peak in 2017, the app had over 200 million users, but by 2018, the National Radio and Television Administration shut down Nian Duanzi. In response, Zhong issued an apology stating that the app was incommensurate with socialist core values, that it had a weak implementation of Xi Jinping thought, and promised that ByteDance would further deepen cooperation with the ruling Chinese Communist Party to better promote its policies. Following the shutdown, ByteDance announced that it would give preference to Chinese Communist Party members in its hiring and increase its censors from 6,000 to 10,000 employees. Douyin was launched by ByteDance in Beijing in 2016. It was developed in just 200 days and it used the refined and very addicting algorithm that ByteDance perfected with its news app Tushiro. Within a year, Douyin had 100 million users, with more than 1 billion videos viewed every day. In September 2017, Douyin was launched in the international market under the name TikTok. To create a larger video community, TikTok merged with Musical.ly in August 2018, consolidating existing accounts and data into one app. Since 2018, TikTok just grew exponentially, from 133 million users in 2018 to more than 1 billion users in 2021. 62% of US TikTok users are between the age of 10 and 29 and spent an average of 68 minutes every day on the app. 90% of the users use the app on a daily basis. TikTok's revenue in 2020 totals $34.3 billion. That's 111% more than the year before. Or, while everyone is ignoring the shortening of our attention spans, children exposing themselves to predators, the lowering of self-esteem and a lot of other psychological problems. But surely TikTok's content is just worth it. To sell our data to a communist regime, to support the censoring of free speech, to have goldfishes overtake us in terms of attention span. Are we really that bored, that uninspired, uncreative, that we give up our values, our psyche, just for a 15 seconds dopamine hit?